Okay, it's Kev here, intro 89. This is all about the proportions of older people steadily increasing. Okay, discuss both views, give your opinion. So we've got some paraphrase that you can use here. I'll just leave that there. I'm not going to read it all out. The main thing I wanted to comment on, which I did when I shared a couple of posts the other day, is, where are we? This part, steadily increasing. I couldn't help but notice some people were paraphrasing it, and it wasn't quite working. It was some kind of very strange paraphrasing. I mean, in my example, I changed it to a steady increase. Instead of steadily increasing, I simply changed it to a steady increase, which is excellent. That's it. Or growing at a steady pace. That's also good. Because I say there were a sort of few. I mean, one was something like augmentation or immense augmentation or something. I can't remember quite. A gentle augmentation. I thought, well, yeah, it's not quite the same. So you've got to be careful how you do that. So here's a couple of samples. The population of people age 60 or over going at a steady pace. Something is positive, is problematic, knowledge, experience, and then your view, etc. Okay, this is the sample that I posted in the group. In many parts of the world, so you can see how I've done it. So in many countries, in many parts of the world, a steady increase is steadily increasing. Then change the word order in the number of older people, right? So you can see what I've done here. So I've paraphrased that. In many countries, in many parts of the world, I've changed the steadily increasing to a steady increase. So we've got adjective and noun instead of, and verb and verb. It's essentially saying we're just changing the word form, which is better than using gentle augmentation, which doesn't mean the same thing. And actually, to a native, reads very strangely. So then I've changed the word order. Okay, so that's all that you need, right? Change the word order, change the form, and that is pretty good. So according to some, this is good because of problems, and my two views, I'll be talking about a demographic imbalance and financial issues to do with elderly people or older people and their pensions. Okay, so the population of old now, right? It doesn't necessarily mean old as in ancient, old, elderly. It's talking about older people. So as opposed to younger people. So you need to be careful there. Constantly rising. Okay, that's not too bad in comparison with young citizens. Now, I wouldn't say citizens and citizens use it twice. I would maybe say older people, younger citizens. So using the same word twice. I'm of the opinion of traditional dangerous societies. That's good. Gradual rise. Okay, that's good. Now, elderly. Elderly, we usually mean like really old, like 80s with 90s. Elderly, really old. It doesn't really say that. It's like older people, and that could mean anybody from mature people in the 50s, 60s. Because elderly usually is like pretty old. So you need to be careful there. Some people are in favour of this. The English, I mean, of course, we use a you. Others, negative development, my point of view, so it's okay, that's good. Now, I changed that, right, because it doesn't say some individuals claim. It doesn't say anything about individuals. It simply says, it's a statement. In many countries, the proportion is increasing. Some people think that increase is good, but it's not. Some people claim that it is rising. They claim is beneficial, not that it's rising, because that's simply a fact. That's not strictly what it says. And again, elderly, progressively rising. Okay. Brings drawbacks to the nation. Now, again, why would you be utterly convinced? Why would you be absolutely so utterly? Most people just say, in my view, I think. I wouldn't say I'm utterly convinced. It's, Anyway, a little bit strong, but not too bad. Now, many countries experiencing gradual increase of a share of the elderly, as again, it's not the same. Elderly is really decrepit, old. It's not the same as older. Some new job opportunities, alongside that is how might aging people provide new job opportunities? What, to look after the old people? Maybe. Population decline. Okay, that's good. Gradual rising number of elderly. Again, you need to be careful because it's not quite the same. It's close. Okay. Facts acceptable and pleased. Pleased. How can a fact be pleased? It can be pleasing, but you wouldn't say that. People would just say it's acceptable. That's all. Others, including myself, this would be detrimental for society as lacking of force works. You mean a shortage in the workforce? That's what we would say. Not lacking of force works. We'd probably say a shortage in the workforce. Spell that. Shortage of workers, or lack of workforce, not lacking of force works. Economical issues in the future. Okay. Some people opine that still opine. I've never used that word at all. I've never used it. I think it's a bit of a show off. Opine. It's supposed to prove that you know some interesting words. I've never seen it used. I don't know anybody that uses it. We just say think. Does the rising with older people in numerous countries is beneficial? People have more unpleasant consequences. Just a few to mention. Okay, that's good. Facing what? An aging population? Well, again, that's not strictly what it says. It's not strictly what it says. It's close, but again, you don't want to be adding anything. It strictly says, many countries, the proportion of older people is steadily increasing. So, where are we? Okay. So it's not strictly saying exactly the same. A group of people, while a group of people, why would you say that? You just say some. Some people think it's good, and it's desirable. Do they say the desirable? Well, no, they just say that it's good. It's not the same. Desirable is not the same as good. There's good and bad, and there's something that you desire, which is not the same. So it's not strictly the same. You need to be careful. It's strictly the same. Some drawbacks, some which refer to workforce that provides service or services for the elderly. Elderly, okay, not quite the same thing. When it comes to this constant swelling number, witnessing constant swelling number, again, that's not too bad, but I wouldn't do it like that. I would just do it, as I said, simply change the word order, change it from adverb to adjective and to noun, and that's, I think that shows the examiner a little bit more. What's just a positive view on this? So going on with the second group, what you mean in my opinion? I believe so. We don't even need that. So you've got 5 words that you don't actually need. You could be spending on something else. Okay, so that's not too bad. Most of these are not too bad. Most of these. I did make some comments in the group about some interesting ones. I say gentle augmentation. And you'll notice there's only 8 here. That's because if you don't comment on our videos or share or do something for us, then we're not going to do anything for you. It's not difficult. Go to Instagram, put some comments. Go to the channel, put some comments. That's it. If you do that, you will be included. So, all in all, not too bad. Okay. I'll see you next time for intro number 90.